What's going on, guys? Alpha the Wizard back at it with another video. Today we have me versus Puzzle Whale. This is a part of N3SH's online tourney that he just hosted recently for $100 prizing. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right in. Also, if you want to check out any of N3SH's tourneys, make sure you check the link in the description for all his information where you can find him. And with that being said, we will go ahead and dive into the match. We're going to see me, Alpha the Wizard, winning the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, deciding to go first. This tournament was a post-Photon Hypernova tournament, or yeah, that tournament. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and see all the new cards from the new set. Opening hands, we have Mudora, Havnus, Keldo, Triple Attack Talents, and Sheeran. The opponent has Koreashin, Prosperity, Sonar, Stealth, and Goods. Okay. So this is the Mako Tsunami deck. Alright. So, standby main. We're going to go ahead and activate Keldo, pitch Mudora, summon, search Kelbeck, activate Sheeran effects, pitching Kelbeck, and then we'll mill 3. Did hit a Sheeran. Okay. Sheeran 1, Kelbeck 2. What do we hit? Oh my goodness! We hit so much there. A Merrily, Havnus, and Meta Noise. Probably don't even need the Meta Noise, but okay. And all his mills were just bad because I see what deck he's on, and I'm like, oh, we were always milling. Okay. Return Sheeran, return Havnus, make Kikalos, Kit 1, Meta Noise 2, target Merrily, and that's all we needed to do here, to be honest. Didn't even really need to add back the Merrily, to be honest. And then we just add Solic with Kit. And then we're just going to overlay for Redoer so we can get our Sheeran live, Kit effects, target self, bring out Merrily, mill 8. We want to do this before we Redoer because we might not have to Redoer this turn. Oh man. And then this mill 8 is kind of savage because we hit 2 shufflers plus Agito. That is just insane. Now Agito affect the mill 5. Alright, now his deck is interesting, but none of these have graveyard effects except Ice Barrier, if I remember correctly. No, this doesn't even have a graveyard effect. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty okay with this. But we do see Tearlaments, Kashtira, Havnus, and Sheeran. Javi effect, Cash effect. Ice Barrier has it. It does have a graveyard effect. You could banish this card from your graveyard, send a level 5 or higher water monster from your deck to the grave, and then add 1 water monster from your graveyard to the hand. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Banishes it. He's going to dump a Kaiju and add the Kaiju. Holy! That's a little scary, not going to lie. And then we're going to shuffle back. Oh, I have to mill first with the cash card. And then resolve and make Rukalos. Mudora effects. My 2 Kelbeck and Agito. Yeah, 100%. Because we have Havnus in hand. So recycling Kelbeck and Agito against this kind of deck is crazy. Because if we hit those, it's just like free cards that we get most of the time. Alright. So now we're just going to set Solic and pass turn. He's going to draw Prosperity, Standby. We're going to resolve Redoer. And that gets a spell. Thinking if using effects. I do use effects. Detaching a spell and Sheeran. Draw a Sheeran. Okay. Activate Sheeran effect. That's fine. We know he has a kaiju, so we're trying to play around that. So now we make kit effects. Add Tearlaments Kashtira. Okay, so if you're not real familiar with this card is just like Hobness in a way. So during the main phase, keyword, so you or your opponents, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, banish a Kashtira or Tearlaments card from your hand or graveyard. And then on summon, it can mill 3. So we have a Meta Noise, Heartbeat. We can banish either one of these to summon it to save our other tiers. So now main 1, he's going to activate Foolish Burial Goods. Probably going to dump another trap. Yeah, so he dumps the trap, activates the trap. That's going to dump this guy. What does he do? While units on the field, you can only control 1 face-up non-water. If a player controls 2 or more, they must send some to the grave so that they only control 1. That's really good. Also, during the main phase, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 Yumi or Korea Shin Spell or Trap or 1 Sea Stealth. Interesting. So it's basically kind of like a floodgate. He's going to add Electric Jellyfish. Prosperity for 6. This deck is interesting. Giga Gaga Gigo. I haven't seen this card in years. Not sure why they play this. But I know this is like one of their bosses, right? Mega Fortress Whale. If Yumi's on the field, you can activate this effect. Water monsters can attack directly. During your opponent's battle phase, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can either add to your hand or special summon 1 water warrior monster from your deck or graveyard. Okay. Wow. This is, I don't really know how all these cards go together, to be honest. I might have to look more into this deck. Does add Warrior of Atlantis, though. And at this point, I'm just freaking out, because I know he has a kaiju, and he's doing all these cool things. Uses effect to add a Legendary Ocean. Summon the kaiju, and now I'm like not sweating as bad, because I'm like, alright, that's out of the way. Let's see what we can do. Activate Legendary Ocean, thinking on activation. That's fine. Mainly just had to think about the possibilities and see if I wanted to use this, but I think we just save it here. Normal summon Electric Jellyfish. This is like the power card of the deck. So you can send 1 Yumi from your hand, deck, or face-up field to the grave to special summon a water monster from your hand. But the better part is when your opponent activates a monster effect or a spell or effect while Yumi's on the field. Quick effect, you can negate the effect and then make this card gain 600 attack and defense. And that's a permanent gain. Okay. So Jellyfish is a boss. So that is fine. I'm going to go ahead and activate Tearlaments Kashtira on summon. He's going to chain the effect to negate. And we're going to chain Havness. And chain Solik. Summon Javi, send Kit, summon this. He just scoops. Alright, so moving on to game number 2. Betting that game. This was literally like round 2 of the tournament, so I'm like, his deck must not. So game 2, we have Ash Blossom, Tasking, Merrily, Keldo, and Feather Duster. The opponent has D-Fissure, Creation, Dark Reef, Ice Barrier, Soul Drain, and Jellyfish. Okay. I'm so confused. So he normal summons Jellyfish. Well, first sets 3 cards. But why wouldn't you activate D-Fissure against a Tearlaments strategy? I don't understand. Pass turn. And we drew Duster. Well, we had it. But activate Harpies. He said GG. Wow. That was a really, really quick match. Very interesting. I wish I could have saw more of what this deck does, because this deck looks really cool, honestly. Since this video is pretty short, I'm just going to read some of these. Send one face-up Yumi card you control to the graveyard. Special summon up to 2 monsters with different names from your hand or deck that mentions Yumi or a water normal monster in defense position. And then if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon any number of level 6 or lower water normal monsters from your hand or deck. So that's why they play the Giga Gaga Gigo guy. Okay. Wow, this deck is kind of cool, but it seems super inconsistent. But that's the end of this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this match. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next one.